why we lose. Reason why we lose.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Today we're going to be painting my new front and rear bumper. The front bumper is actually from my other RSX that I own, and then the rear I got off Facebook Marketplace. It did come with a rear MUGEN lip as well, so it's going to come together nicely, and it's always been a dream of mine to have the 06 rear end with the 02 front end. Just got the bumper sanded down and taped over, as well as the front lip. It's a little scuffed up now, so I think the primer will be able to stick. Let's go ahead and start painting. There you go, your boy right there. I got this suit from Harbor Freight. It was a size XXL and I wasn't paying attention what size it was, and this thing was a little bit too big on me. I accidentally got a freaking extra large. Your boy was looking hella goofy in this shit. My primer is completely dry. I know the best practice is to just sand this down. Your boy's kind of in a rush and I want to get this done. There's some imperfections in the paint, like that scratch, so I think it's gonna show through, but I don't really care. This car's clapped out anyways.
When I feel like
we're gonna hit it with the 2K clear. For some reason when I pressed this down with the red cap, it just came out. So I hope the sand is good.
I let the paint dry about 20 to 25 minutes before I did my clear coat, and I only did 2 coats. That's important, guys. You don't want to do too much or it's going to start dripping. Make sure the paint's kind of tacky a bit, because if you do it while it's dry, your clear coat's going to crack and crimple up. It only does this on rattle cans for some reason. And this thing looking like straight glass, baby. I made sure to not cheap out on the clear coat because I already knew that was going to save the paint job. There's a lot of orange peel, but if we wet sand this, hit it with some compound, whatever, this shit gonna be pretty shiny. Now I just hope that this paint job doesn't look better than the one that's on the car currently. So I'm gonna let the lips dry for about a day or two. So yeah, we're gonna come back later and get this taped up and painted. So I'll see you guys in a couple days. So now we're gonna start prepping the front bumper. Here's the before. This thing was full of rock chip and shit. I picked up 400 and 220 grit. I'm gonna start with a 220 and then go with 400. And yeah, we're gonna start wet sanding this. If you have a painted bumper, my friend told me that all you have to do is sand it and you can paint over it. There's no need for primer. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this sanded. I just wanted to show you guys some more damages, like these deep scratches and the clear coat peeling off. I didn't get all of the imperfections out. I just tried my best. And then the rear bumper is full of 3M tape that I couldn't get out. This was annoying to deal with. Now I'm laying down the primer, and I did about 3 coats. I was trying to make sure it was all uniform. I didn't like the tiger striping, but just take your time. Don't go too heavy with it, and eventually it'll lay out flat and nice. So I got a nickname called Art God, and this is the reason why. Look at this paint job. This base coat laid down slow, smoothly, and this is just with a rattle can. I know it's a little rough looking here, but I'm gonna have the MUGEN lip covered, so y'all don't worry about that. I was on Discord while everyone's watching me paint. I didn't choose the best time to paint. I painted late at night, and there's hella bugs out, and they got into the clear coat on the rear bumper and the front bumper. I was so annoyed about this. So here's the difference between the part that I didn't really care about and then the part that everyone will see. This did kind of a split. I saw no point of trying to paint the whole bumper with the clear coat. That was just going to be a waste. Oh, I have some great news. I went to the tax office today and I got the RSX registered. Whoops. I got a new plate for it and the registration sticker. So now this thing is completely road legal. I'm going to be driving it all the time. I want to give you guys an update on the paint. It turned out really good. It has a nice shine to it. The 2K clear really saved the paint job. There's some marks right here, but that's just from the paint, I believe, underneath that I didn't sand. I'm going to go ahead and sand this down with some 1000 grit on the imperfections. Like on this, a freaking beetle got stuck on the paint and stepped everywhere. Another spot that went wrong was right here. A big ass fly flew down and got stuck on the clear coat. But besides that, it's looking great so far. And I got the lip out as well. We're gonna paint this today too, that lower black part. I'm currently making so much progress with all of this, and I'm still waiting on the Mac lifter kit to come in because I don't want to install this and have it all popped out and stuff. I want it to look really good on the car.
We're going in, we're going in. You keep me biting my cheek.
I was so surprised on how great everything was turning out, y'all. And once I got everything put together, oof, I couldn't believe it. I just gave the car a wash. It was covered in dirt, but now it's all clean. And we can throw on the front and rear bumper. So glossy. I need to get a pad for my buffer so I can buff this out. Doesn't really paint match with the car that well. Like this is a little bit too white, and this one's kind of like a cream. As long as this isn't one color and it looks good from far away, I don't really care. I was pretty much praying to God that my Mac lifter kit would come in, and it did. It came in yesterday. So here it is. This is all the way from Australia. Let's see what we got up in here. Key tag, this is pretty cool. I'm gonna rock that. And we got a sticker too. This is the rear kit, and then this is the front. I don't really know what I'm doing, so I'm gonna look up a YouTube video and we're gonna go through this together. So this is everything you should have when you open up the first bag for the front bumper. You're gonna have 2 of these tabs, and then these just go in the car, but we're gonna worry about that later. So what you're gonna do is take this tab right here and put it underneath the bumper, somewhat like this, and you're gonna go underneath and then drill in your 2 holes. You're gonna need some pretty basic hand tools, just a drill as well as a drill bit set. I'm gonna use a 13/64 drill bit. Fits in there perfectly like this. So let's go ahead and start drilling. I got my 2 holes, and now you're gonna take this bolt right here, and it comes with a nut. One screw is on. I'm not sure what size this nut is. You're just gonna want to keep it still while you tighten it. Grab some pliers and hold it still. Like this one little wrist flick, you don't gotta go too crazy, because you don't want this shit to break. But I think that's good there, it's flush. Do not be scared to drill into your bumper, guys. As long as you got the right tools, you'll be good. Take your bracket. Pretty much is just repairing this piece right here. More. So the next thing we're gonna have to do is remove the stank ass bumper. Next you're gonna take your Mac lifter kit. I'm assuming since the M is this way, it goes here. And basically you can adjust this however you want. It's like the bolts that you're gonna need is this. I'm not sure how the washer goes on. I'm gonna put the small washer on the outside and put the big one on the back. Just a disclaimer, y'all. Your boy did not know what the hell he was doing. Even as of now, the bumper is not properly flush, and I gotta readjust everything. I'm gonna use a 10mm socket and a 10mm wrench to tighten this. You know, I'm thinking about making a separate video of me trying to adjust the bumper with the Mac lifter kit. Because, like I mentioned before, the bumper doesn't sit straight as of now. There's some gaps and stuff, so it does need a bunch of adjustment, and I do need to fix the rears anyways. Forgot to let you guys know, but the way I got the bumper on was from the self-tapper. I just put the holes in first to mock everything up, but I almost forgot to put the new hardware in there. This is a kit I bought from Harbor Freight, so I'm gonna try to secure this as much as I can, because those self-tappers will not hold this. I got 2 more done right here. I might go back later, drill some holes in this and zip tie it on this maybe, because I still do not trust that, and then those 2. Maybe that one would be fine, but this one's a little sketch. I was expecting this lip to fit really nice as well as the fog lights, but they didn't. But luckily you can't really tell. For the fog lights I had to zip tie them in. I had to do some Mickey Mouse to get this working, but you can't even tell from outside. And that's all that matters. So it may look like the bumper is going on smoothly on this video, but trust me guys, that was not the case off camera. I was struggling, the bumper kept popping out and stuff, and I actually stripped out one of the bolts for the Mac lifter kit, so do not tighten it too hard. Don't be a dummy like me. This thing kind of fit like ass, y'all. By the way, my girlfriend just showed up. Thanks for the free Chipotle. She watched me have a whole mental breakdown while trying to put this bumper on. So if you guys are considering getting the Mac lifter kit, I would just be careful with that. My car was in a wreck, so maybe that's why it's so hard to get it on. But even though it's in place, like there's still a gap. So that's the front bumper on. The Mac lifter kit for the front was kind of a fail. What do you think? We're gonna have a little ecosystem going on in here soon, all this condensation. All that's left is the rear bumper. I'm also gonna remove the spoiler too. So we're gonna go ahead and throw on the 05, 06 rear end. Let's get it. Oh, that's this side holding this in. I think it's strong. Got the rear bumper off. Now we're gonna take the taillights off and put on the 06 and 05 taillights. Quote unquote new one. I think I need to change out this gasket soon too. This thing's all crusty. So I thought these were just gonna be easy swap over. For some reason they decided to change up the studs. Check this out. 1, 2, 1, 2. Completely different. Wow, that's so lame. So it's a couple days later, guys, and I did some of my research and I figured out a way to wire up the taillight. I'm gonna show you guys, but first, obviously you wanna get rid of your taillight. You guys pay close attention, this is so simple. So on your brake light connector, which is this one right here, you're gonna look for your white and black wire. Then you're gonna find your turn signal connector and find this green wire. And all you're doing is splicing these two together. Some people will cut the wires and splice them that way, but I'm gonna be using this so I don't have to cut anything. Basically, I'm gonna put the white wire on the right side and then the green wire on the left side and then crimp them together. I'm gonna take this thing, put it in the far inside, and then you find your turn signal and put it on the second side. And you're basically gonna have it look like this. Now you grab your tool, you're gonna pinch this. Now these two are spliced together. You're gonna lock this in place and you're pretty much done there. Now we're gonna focus on the other connectors. This one is fine, we're gonna reuse this. Now with this one, this is your reverse and you're basically gonna have to get an 05 to 06 connector for your reverse. So here's the difference between the 02 and 03 and then the 05 and 06, completely different. I did notice that the reverse for the 06 is pretty much the same connector as the side marker. So technically, if you wanted to, you can cut this off and use this as your reverse. Well guys, I went ahead and did it. All I did was cut the side marker connector and then splice it into the reverse light, and now it works. I got my holes drilled. This took a little while and I had to bend this upwards. I had to bend that tab upwards a little bit because it would have been blocking the reverse connector. Now basically all I'm gonna do is transfer over my bulbs and bolt this on. Ooh, that looks so much better. I can't wait to get the bumper on. Hopefully this stuff comes off. If it doesn't, I'm probably gonna throw the spoiler back on. I've already gotten the Mac lifter kit on this side, so I learned from my mistakes. I think the best way to have this mounted on is as close to this to possible. So that's what I did, and I just left a little bit of gap. So here's the old bracket. This thing's all crusty. I remember that it did break right here, so I had to put some JB weld. Let's go ahead and get this started though. So you're gonna pull this thing out. And now that this is out, you'll have room to go back here and put the bolts in. Oh, that hit me in the face. So I have both of the clips right here. This one's gonna go on the far back one, obviously. And this one goes here. Now the final thing that we have left are these tabs. Apparently on every RSX bumper, this tab right here breaks. And basically what this does, that it adds more reinforcement so that shit don't break. I don't think there's a right or wrong way to install this, so I'm gonna do this right here. Now I have the bracket installed. That's how it looks like underneath. It's just a reinforcement. Now I'm gonna install this one off camera, then we can put the bumper on. I'm getting ready to put the bumper on the car. I'm just so excited about this because I've been waiting so many days to see this. Ever since I bought the bumper, oh man, I was so excited. So I'm having trouble getting this on, and now my tab is broken. So I'll have to figure this out off camera. Man, y'all are not gonna believe this, but I lost 2 LEDs inside this hole. I'm gonna have to get it out tomorrow at work. I gotta get the rear plate on. We're gonna go take this on the drive. I'm kind of iffy about the no spoiler look. I might put it back on, maybe. Let's see. The car looks so good. Just a little reminder on how the front end looks like. I just gotta readjust the fog lights because as you can see, they're not straight, they're all crooked. I just decided that the car does look better with the spoiler. Get used to this right here because this exhaust is about to burn everything. This sucks so much. I need to get a new exhaust that actually fits. Alright, never mind about my wiring. Look at this. Whenever I use my turn signals, these both flash. Oh my god, they all flash whenever you signal. Bruh. Alright y'all, well I'm just as human as y'all, I'm learning too. But we finally fixed the issue. Look, I'm pressing on the brakes and the turn signals aren't turning on. So let me show you guys what I did. So basically what I did originally was that I had the turn signal and this white wire spliced together with this. But what you're supposed to do is cut the green connector from this turn signal and splice it into this white wire to this brake light. And that's all you have to do. Now that I have that repaired, I'm just gonna leave it here for a bit, tape it up, and we're gonna take this on the test drive. What's up guys? So it's been a couple weeks since I've recorded, but here's how the car's looking. I'll have a video up on the wheel install later. So the color match, it's not too bad. You can see this is a little bit more white than this, but depending on the lighting and where you're looking at the car, you can't really tell. Like right here, it's blended pretty well. New headlights always make a car look good. The Mac lifter kit is kind of a fail. I'm gonna have to readjust that off camera or something. And here's an update on the garage. I got it cleaned out, so it's less of a clutter. If any of my OG people remember, this thing used to be so hoarded. You could probably fit a car in here and just scoot side by side to work on it. I don't know how I did that back then. This car looks so amazing. It's coming together nicely. Well, that's all I have for you guys. If you made it to the end and watched the whole thing, thank you so much. If you have not, subscribe. I'm gonna be uploading some dope content on the RSX. We got a lot in store for this thing right here. And this is just the beginning. If you guys remember where this car was when I first got it, it came a long way, but there's still more to do. I'll see you guys on the next video. Have a great day.